Hello everyone, it's me Sanjay Vasu back again for another video. This time on Cambridge Lower Secondary Checkpoint Mathematics Paper 2 for October 2021, 1 hour. You may use a calculator for this paper. Question 1. The diagram shows a square split into congruent triangles. Work out the percentage that is shaded. If you notice, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 triangles. 5 of them are shaded, so 5 by 8, that's equal to 62.5 percentage. That's the answer. You can use a calculator to calculate that out as well. Question 2. Diamond is a multiple of 8 and asterisk is a factor of 15. Diamond plus asterisk is 45. Find the value of diamond and a value of asterisk. First, the multiples of 8. Multiples of 8 are 8, 16, 24, 32, and 40, so on. Factors of 15 are 1, 3, 5, and 15. Therefore, we can find out 8 plus something is 45, and that something is 37, which is not there in factors of 15. If you add 16 as diamond, then asterisk is the same thing. 24 will also result in the same thing because asterisk has to be 21, but it can't be. 32 will also result in the same thing. It has to be 13 for asterisk, but it can't be. But if you put 40 in as diamond, asterisk can be 5. That means diamond is 40 and asterisk is 5. So that's the answer. Question 3. The diagram shows a postcard with a width of 10 centimeters. The ratio of width to length of the postcard is 4:5. A. Work out the length of the postcard. So length is 5 by 4 of the width. 5 by 4 into 10. And that means we get the answer of 12.5 centimeters. And that's the answer for A. B. Work out the area. That's simple enough. 12.5 into 10, which is equal to 125 centimeters squared. That's the answer. Question 4. Write an integer on each line to complete the equation. 7x plus dash x minus 6 is equal to 9x minus 3. 7x plus 3 plus 2x minus 6 is equal to 9x minus 3. You can use the method of calculation and substitution. So why do we have 2x here and 3 here? 7x plus something x is equal to 9x. That means this something x is equal to 9x minus 7x, which is equal to 2x. And that's why this is 2. Why is this 3? It's just that something minus 6 is equal to negative 3. That means this number is equal to negative 3 plus 6, which is equal to 3. And that's why we've written it here. Question 5. Write the ratio 150 is to 250 in its simplest form. This is quite easy because we just have to divide both sides by 50. And we get 3 is to 5. Why am I dividing by 50? It's because 50 is the highest common factor of 150 and 250. So let's move on to question 6. Here's a part of a bus timetable. A. The 1503 bus from Southend is 23 minutes late when it arrives at Stansted Airport. Work out the time the bus arrives. So the arrival time of the 1503 bus is 1644 hours, which means 1644, we add 23, that's equal to 1667. But there are no 67 minutes. And that means that it is 1707. That's the time when the bus arrives. So 1707. B. Rajiv travels from Raleigh to Stansted Airport. He arrives at Raleigh at 14:45, 2:45 p.m. Work out the number of minutes Rajiv waits for the next bus. So 14:45. And the next bus is at 15:37. So we do that. So now if we make this 14:45 to 15:45 is 1 hour, which is 60 minutes. And then 60 minutes minus 8 minutes. Because 45 minus 8 is equal to 37. 60 minus 8 is equal to 52 minutes. And that is the answer. C. Oliver travels by bus from Raleigh to Stansted Airport. His flight leaves at 5:15 p.m. He needs to arrive at the airport more than 1 hour before the flight leaves. Work out the latest time Oliver can leave Raleigh. So first of all, 5:15 p.m. is 17:15 in 24-hour clock. Why are we converting it? It's because we need to refer to this table to answer the question, and all these are in 24-hour clocks. Now, the flight leaves at 17:15, so let's refer the table to do this. Now we have first 16:41 bus, which is 4:41 p.m. This doesn't work since he arrived at Stansted Airport at 17:52, which is 5:52 p.m. And that's long after his flight leaves. So that's not possible. And now if you take 15:37 bus from Raleigh, it'll be arriving at 16:44, 4:44 p.m. So this is before the flight leaves, 5:15 p.m. But then he needs to arrive at the airport more than 1 hour before the flight leaves. And that means 15:37 timing cannot be used by Oliver. 16:44 is 31 minutes away from 17:15. But now what about the 14:35 bus? It leaves at 14:35, 2:35 p.m. and then arrives at 15:41. Now if we add 1 hour, it becomes 16:41. And this is well before his flight timing, which is 17:15. That means Oliver can leave Raleigh at 14:35 hours. So that's the answer. Question 7. Complete this table of values. So y equals 10x minus 15. So x equals minus 1. Then it's negative 10 minus 15, negative 25. X equals 1, it'll be negative 5, and 3, 15. So now we just need to mark this on the graph for part B. And now we can do this. And we get it right here. And that's the answer. Question 8. Mia buys a car for $12,500. She sells it to 10 for $16,000. A, calculate Mia's percentage profit. So first, it's 16,000 minus 1,2,500. That's equal to 3,500. We divide that by the original value, multiply by 100. That's the percentage profit. So let's get a calculator out. And now we have 3,500 divided by 12500 multiply by 100, which is equal to 28% profit. That's the answer. B. Chen sells the car to Gabriella. He makes a loss of 5%. Calculate the price Gabriella pays for the car. So Chen got it for $16,000. And loss of 5% is equal to 95% into 16,000. So that means 16,000 multiplied by 95 and divided by 100, which means he sells it for $15,200. That's the answer. Question 9. The diagram shows 3 points A, B, and C. A, find the coordinates of the midpoint of line AC. So line AC is like this, and we need to find the midpoint. So A is equal to 0, minus 2. And C is equal to 4, 4. And that means we need to find the mean of the x values and y values. The mean of the x values is 2, and the y values is 1. So the mean of the x values is 0 plus 4 divided by 2. That's equal to 2, which is x. And the y values is 1, because negative 2 plus 4 divided by 2 is equal to 1, which is the mean of them. Therefore, it's 2, 1. B, ABCD is square. Work out the coordinates of D. So I'll just erase these annotations right now to just make it clearer. Now, we'll draw AB and BC. Both these lines have 5 and 1, which means AB has 5 y's and 1 left ways run, which means negative run. BC has a 5 run and 1 rise on y-axis. That means you get 5 down and 1 right, which means it's this point, which is point D, right there. And if you connect it, you can actually see that it makes a proper square. So D is equal to 5, comma, -1. That's the answer. 10. Write each of these as a single fraction. Give each answer in its simplest form. 6a by 7 minus a by 7. So that's equal to 5a by 7, as quite obviously seen. 1c plus 1 by 2c. That's equal to 2 by 2c plus 1 by 2c, which is equal to 3 by 2c. And that's also quite easy to solve. Question 11. A man has a mass of 120 kg. A bus has a mass of 17 tons. A Rhinoceros beetle can lift an object 850 times its own mass. Work out the number of buses the man could lift if he could lift 850 times his own body weight. 17 tons is equal to 17,000 kilograms, and that's the mass of the bus. And that means 120 into 850 is equal to, let's get our calculator out, 120 into 850. That's equal to 102,000 kilograms that he can lift. And 102,000 divided by 17,000, so let's do exactly that. It's equal to 6 buses. Because one bus is 17,000 kilograms, and if the man could lift 850 times his own weight, he could lift 102,000 kilograms. And divide that by 17,000, which is the mass of the bus, 6 buses. So that's the answer. Question 12. Hassan makes a scale drawing of his bedroom. He uses the scale 1:40. Hassan's bed is represented by a rectangle 4.5 centimeter long on his drawing. Work out the actual length of Hassan's bed. So the scale is 1:40 and 4.5 is the scale drawing. So it just means 40 into 4.5. And we can do that and get the answer as 180. And that's 180 centimeters. That's the answer. Question 13. Carlos builds a wooden frame. He needs two 45 centimeter lengths of wood, two 60 centimeter lengths of wood. Carlos has a 2 meter length of wood. To show if Carlos has enough wood to build the frame. Yes or no? Show you're working. Answer is actually no. So 45 into 2 plus 60 into 2. 90 plus 120, which is equal to 210 centimeters, which is greater than 200 centimeters. Why 200 centimeters? 2 meters is equal to 200 centimeters. Therefore, Carlos has 10 centimeters less than he needs. Question 14. 2 coffee shops record the different types of coffee they sell in a day. The pie charts show the results. The coffee shop at the train station sells more cups of Americano than the coffee shop at the park. Work out how many more cups of Americano are sold. So 60 degrees is equal to 60 by 360, which is equal to 1 by 6. So 1 by 6 of 480, and that's equal to 480 divided by 6, which is 80. So 80 cups at the train station. And then 115 degrees equals 115 by 360. And then when we divide this by 5, we get 23 by 72. So that's 23 by 72 of 144. So we can cancel out. That's equal to 46 cups at the park. 80 minus 46 is equal to 34 more Americano cups. So 34 more Americano cups is the answer. Question 15. A. Here's a table showing some algebraic expressions and what they mean in words. Complete the table. One has been done for you. Algebraic expression. X minus 4 multiply x by 5 and then subtract by 4. So we need to find the algebraic expression. Add 3 to x and then divide by 7. So it's x plus 3 because we're adding 3, and then divide by 7, which means divide the whole thing by 7. And that's the answer. 9 into x plus 2. It means x plus 2 multiplied by 9. That means add 2 to x, then multiply by 9. B. Submit a right-neck algebraic expression, which means subtract 6 from x, then square. Write down the algebraic expression. Subtract 6 from x means x minus 6. And then we need to square the whole thing, so x minus 6 the whole square. That's the answer. 16. A security code is made up from one number and then one shape. So the numbers are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Shapes are square, circle, triangle. Complete the sample space diagram. So this is quite simple. We just write down whichever is there. 1 circle, 2 square, 2 circle, 3, 4 over here, 3 square, 3 triangle, 4 circle, 4 triangle. That's the answer. B. Eva says the number in my security code is even. Ahmed chooses an even number and a shape at random. Find the probability that Ahmed chooses Eva's security code. So probability of even number being chosen, that's equal to 1, 2. 2 by 4. So 2 by 4 is 1 by 2. And then the probability of choosing the right shape out of these three is 1 by 3. So probability of shape is 1 by 3. And 1 by 2 into 1 by 3, because both of them have to be correct, even number and shape. And that means 1 by 6 probability. Probability that Ahmed chooses Eva's code is 1 by 6. Question 17. Write a positive number in each box to make each statement true. 0.8 into dash is less than 0.8. For this, we can write any decimal number which is less than 1 but greater than 0, which means it's positive number less than 1. If you multiply any number by that, it'll be less than the starting number. So I'll just keep it as 0.8 into 0.9. That's the answer. It doesn't necessarily have to be 0.9. It can be 0.1, it can be 0.3, it can be 0.225 or something. It's your choice. 1.3 divided by dash is less than 1.3. Over here, it's divisions, so you need to know. But then this is slightly more straightforward than this question, because when you divide 1.3 or any number, divide by some number, you will get a number which is less than 1.3. So which number is in the blank? It's any number which is greater than 1. So I'm just going to put 1.3 divided by 2 is less than 1.3. Now 8 divided by something is greater than 80. So 8 divided by 0.1 is equal to 80, because 8 divided by 1 by 10, and then 8 into 10, that's equal to 80. So we need a number which is less than 0.1, but then it's greater than 0. So that's what we need. And I'm just going to take 0.05. You can even write 0.07, 0.001. All of these are okay. Question 18. Minibuses are used to take 142 people to a wedding. One minibus can hold 17 people. Work out the number of minibuses used. So this is quite straightforward. So the first thing we need to do is divide 142 by 17, because one minibus can hold 17 people and 142 people are going to the wedding. So that means 142 divided by 17. So that's equal to 8 with a remainder of 6. So that means there are 8 minibuses, but there are also 6 people remaining. And we need another minibus to get these 6 people. That means 8 plus 1 is equal to 9 minibuses. So that's the answer. Question 19. Angelique finds coordinates on the straight line y equals 2x plus 4. She finds the coordinate from a given y coordinate. Draw a ring around the correct function to find x. So this actually just means, in an indirect way, it means to tell you to make x the subject of the formula. So 2x plus 4 equals y. 2x equals y minus 4. X equals y minus 4 the whole by 2, which is equal to y by 2 minus 2. So let's see if this is there anywhere. This is obviously wrong. It's not equal to this. But x equals y minus 4 divided by 2. It's right here. So this is actually the answer. So you'll draw a ring around this. This one is y divided by 2 minus 4. That's wrong. And then this is y plus 4 divided by 2. No, it's minus 4. Question 20. Naomi draws a tessellation using only one type of regular polygon. Three of these polygons meet at one point in a tessellation. Name the regular polygon Naomi uses. Three of the polygons meet at one point, which means they meet something like this. And these three angles are all equal because they're regular polygons. And the whole thing is 360. So 360 divided by 3 is equal to 120 degrees interior angle of the polygon. And which regular polygon has 120 degrees interior angle? That's a hexagon. So that's the answer. Question 21. Use the method of trial and improvement to find the solution of x cubed plus 3x equals 20. Find the value of x, correct to one decimal place. You must show all your working. You may not need to use all the rows in your table. So now as we can see, x cubed plus 3x is 14. And now what do we need to do in this third column here? We need to write it larger or smaller than 20. Larger or smaller. Over here, it's obviously smaller. Let's start with 2.5. So now x cubed plus 3x. Let's get a calculator for this. So here, 2.5 cubed plus 3 into 2.5. That's equal to 23.125. And that is larger than 20. Now we need to get a smaller number so it becomes closer to 20. Let's take 2.4. So now we have 2.4 cubed plus 3 into 2.4. That's equal to 21.024, which is quite close, but it is larger. Now let's try 2.3. 2.3 cubed plus 3 into 2.3. That's equal to 19.067, which is very close and smaller. Why very close? Because 19.067 is closer to 20 than 21.024. A number less than 2.3 will give a number less than 19.067. That means the answer is 2.3. Let's write that down. X equals 2.3. To question 22. Safia wants to find out if taller students have bigger handspans. She wants to draw a scatter diagram. She collects from 15 students some data using this data collection sheet. A. Give one reason why this is not a good data collection sheet for her to use. First of all, we need to see the height and handspan. She's trying to compare the height and the handspan. But then it's not related at all. We don't know if the height of this much has this much handspan, or if the taller people have this much. We don't know what's the relation. That means the data are not related to each other. And that's what we're going to write for part A. This means that the height and the handspan are not related to each other and they have no connection. Part B. Design a suitable data collection sheet that Safia could use. So let's just make a data collection sheet which has both height and handspan in the two columns. Now we have this. Let's make a few rows. And then the title will be height in X centimeters, and then handspan in Y centimeters. You can fill this, but then it's not necessary. We just need to design it and we don't need to fill it in. So that's question 22. Question 23. A fish tank in the shape of a cuboid has length 60 centimeters, depth 30 centimeters, and height 30 centimeters. A. Find the capacity of the fish tank in liters. So first we find the volume. So volume is equal to length into breadth into height, which is equal to 60 into 30 into 30. And we get the answer as 54,000. And that's centimeters cubed. And 1,000 centimeters cubed is equal to 1 liter. So 54,000 centimeter cubed is equal to 54 liters. And that's the answer. B. The fish tank contains 47.7 liters of water. Find the height of the water. Give your answer in centimeters. So 60 into 30 into x is equal to 47.7 liters. That's equal to 47700 centimeters cubed. This is the volume of the cuboid till where the water is. So it's this one right here, which I've just drawn. And I'm assuming this part is the height of the water, x. So x is equal to 47700 divided by what's 60 into 30. This will become 1800. So let's do that. Get that calculator out. So 47700 divided by 1800. It's equal to 26.5 centimeters. So that's the height of the water. Now let's move on to question 24. A box contains pens of different colors. Yuri takes a pen at random from the box. The probabilities of him taking a pen colored red, blue, or green are shown in the table. We have this table which shows the probability of getting red, blue, or green pens. Yuri says, there must be more than 3 different colors of pen in the box. Explain how probability shows that Yuri is correct. So probability sum must be equal to 1. But 0.4 plus 0.15 plus 0.25 is equal to 0.8, which is not equal to 1. And there is a 0.2 probability for other colored pens. We don't know which color, but we know that there are other colored pens in there. That means there'll be at least 4 colors. And therefore, Yuri is correct. Question 25. Here's the kite. BC equals 5 centimeters, CD equals 15 centimeters, AC equals 6 centimeters. AC and BD are perpendicular. Find the length of BD. First of all, let's make the BD line, and that's what we need to find. AC is equal to 6 centimeters, and that means, let's name this point at the middle E, and that means EC is equal to 3 centimeters, AE is 3 centimeters, because this divides it into half. If it doesn't divide into half, then these two cannot be perpendicular. But now they are perpendicular. That means these two are equal halves of AC. Now we can use Pythagoras' theorem to find out these two sides. First of all, let's find out BE. BE squared plus 3 squared is equal to 5 squared. BE squared plus 9 equals 25. BE squared equals 16, and BE is equal to 4 centimeters. So we have BE 4 centimeters. And now what about ED or DE? So DE squared plus 3 squared is equal to 15 squared. DE squared plus 9 equals 225. DE squared equals 225 minus 9. DE squared equals 216. DE equals root 216, and let's use a calculator to calculate that. 216 root. So it's actually equal to 14.696938, blah, blah. So let's write that. 697, let's keep it. So that means BD is equal to 14.697 plus 4, which is equal to 18.697 centimeters. And that is the answer. So let's write that down. And now that brings us to the end of this paper. So I hope you liked this paper and I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something new from it as well. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.